So another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi AJ. Yo Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehehe. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things made with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks, Arschloch. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Sie hat kein Geld, oder? Sie hat safe kein Geld dabei. Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Hahaha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Fuchs einfach. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Kinda true. Hahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah, I wasn't listening on anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell AJ to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, if you're pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough in retribution. Ah, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Yeah. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could pick that. You're right though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. Ich glaube, ich muss bald aufhören, weil ich nicht mehr richtig alles vorlesen kann. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. She had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Hahaha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs Tsuki, die hackt einfach alles. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going for a lot over just one cookie. Wahrscheinlich so Recycling rein. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously do that? Ooh, what the fuck is that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Jesus. That's true. Okay. Low self-esteem much. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over a boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah. But my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Haha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, AJ. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to the book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. AJ. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? We know the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Surely I will go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with AJ to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go. Uh-oh. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too. Okay. Ready, AJ? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make it an event out of literature. Hehehe, me and Monica have it all planned out, don't you worry. Is that so? Yep, we're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Oh god. Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. AJ, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joy in its moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't you say that, it's embarrassing, but I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey AJ, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more, so going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight for the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we'll still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then please move aside so I can look for poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. Wo muss ihn jetzt? I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow, sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. AJ, why would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Ha, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead, using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand her the bottle of apple juice. Nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. Ha ha ha. How hard did you hit your head? Yeah, dumbass. Sayori replaces the bottle again. It's the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll be better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey AJ, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know when you used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would just get myself hurt. I'd fall or scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. Okay. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I remember a bit. I guess I was also focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. AJ, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Are you gonna fuck? Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. So if you know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, AJ. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we end up for college or after that. That wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. Then she's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forward either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't set up so fast after hurting yourself. Ooh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. A moment to make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing, I was just about to read about ready. Am Anfang hat das Spiel mich gefragt, ob ich irgendwie Anxiety oder Depressionen habe und dass das Spiel nicht für solche Leute ist. Und bis jetzt... Ja, bis jetzt ist es einfach nur eine Dating-Sim. Und ich bin... 1,5 Stunden in. Good timing, I was just about ready to start sharing our problems. Nachdem wir die Poems geshared haben, höre ich jetzt erstmal auf mit Doki Doki. Und zwar glaube ich Apex, weil ich kann nicht mehr reden. Hä? Sayori, forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into this shelf. Wenigstens ist sie ehrlich. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all of the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Ahaha! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, AJ. Ah well, Sayori, I felt to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. So. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, AJ. Your skills are already improving. Nicht wirklich. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Ich glaube, more daring geht nicht. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see in your mind. Ja, aber jedes Mal, wenn ich einen Poem schreibe, steht da Kawaii. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Since the poem you wrote for today, your notes and timidly hands me a poem. The raccoon. Jesus Christ. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of the raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. Bringt sie den Waschbär um? The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife, its very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more, and I more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement, a rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. That was kind of weird. I was a little more daring with that one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. It's murder. It's about murder. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if you take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge more in my unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, AJ? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Okay. I might be ranting a little bit now, kinda. But I'm glad that you're a good listener, thank you. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Phew. Phew, what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, maybe you could be as good as me sometime. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Ich glaube, es ist egal, was man in die Poems packt, wenn ich das so lese. Guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength, but you've never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Like she's dragging around the dead way. Why the fuck does she hate me? That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, and the world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.